Good morning. Welcome to the seventh lecture in the series Chemistry in the Age of AI, the Future of Drug Discovery and Design. I'm Shifana Sinu, and today we will be diving into one of the most exciting area where AI is making a huge impact: early stage drug discovery, specifically in the screening of potential drug candidates. As we have seen in the previous lectures, drug discovery is a complex, expensive, and time-consuming process. On average, can take 10 to 15 years and cost dollars to bring a new drug to market. But thanks to artificial intelligence, we are witnessing a significant shift in how we approach these early stages of discovery. AI is not just improving the speed of the process, but also transforming how we screen, select, and optimize drug candidates in ways that were unimaginable just a decade ago. Let's start by understanding the old traditional way of doing things. Drug discovery has always followed a rather linear and systematic approach. It typically begins with identifying a biological target, such as a protein or enzyme involved in a disease process. Then comes with the search for small molecules or biologics that can interact with the target, followed by screening thousands of compounds in lab to find the best candidates. However, this screening process where researchers test a valid library of potential drug molecules is slow and costly. Researchers typically test each compound one by one, often relying on trial and error to identify promising leads. And even then, many of these candidates don't work out. They might look good on paper but fail in later stages of development due to issues like toxicity, inefficiency, or poor bioavailability. This lengthy process of hit identification, optimization, and validation not only consumes time and money but also introduces a significant amount of uncertainty. This is where AI comes in, offering a smarter and faster ways to tackle the overwhelming task of screening drug candidates. Let's break it down. AI, especially machine learning and deep learning, has the ability to process vast amount of data and predict which compounds are most likely to succeed long before they are ever synthesized in a lab. With AI, we can now analyze large chemical databases which contain information about millions of compounds and their biological properties. These models learn to recognize patterns in the structure of successful drug candidates and identify molecules with the highest potential for success. AI can predict how a drug candidate will interact with its biological target, how it will behave in the body, and whether it is likely to be safe and effective. One of the biggest advantages of AI in drug discovery is speed. Traditional screening requires synthesizing and testing each compound individually, which can take months or even years. AI, on the other hand, can screen millions of molecules in a matter of hours by analyzing pre existing data. It can simulate how a compound will interact with a target without the need for time consuming and expensive laboratory experiments. This virtual screening approach can predict with a high accuracy which a molecule are most likely to succeed. And by using machine learning algorithms trained on vast datasets of biological activity and chemical properties, AI can even predict how to modify more existing molecules to make them more effective or less toxic. In essence, AI dramatically reduces the time required to identify promising drug candidates, helping researchers focus their effort on the molecules that are most likely to move forward in the development process. Beyond speed, AI is also helping to lower cost. The sheer number of compounds involved in the early stages of drug discovery make the process inherently expensive. With AI, researchers can focus on a smaller subset of compounds that have been identified as high potential candidates, thus avoiding the costly process of testing ineffective molecules. This not only saves money but also reduces the financial risk associated with the drug development. Many of the compounds that enter clinical trials fails due to the issue that could have been anticipated earlier. AI models can predict toxicity, side effects, and other safety concerns early in the process, allowing researchers to discard problematic compounds before they reach the costly stages of testing in humans. By incorporating AI into the early discovery phase, we are effectively streamlining the process and ensuring that the right compound move forward, minimizing failures and making the process more economically viable. AI doesn't just help with identifying candidates but also help optimize them. Once promising candidates are identified, AI can assist in modifying their chemical structure to enhance their potency, selectivity, and solubility. This molecular optimization process, often called drug design, is a key to improving the efficacy of drug while reducing side effects. AI uses techniques like quantum mechanics and molecular dynamic simulation to understand how small changes in a drug's chemical structure can influence its behavior. For example, AI can predict how altering a molecule's shape or adding a new functional group might improve its ability to bind to its target or increase its stability in the body. This helps researchers design better drugs from the outset rather than modifying them later after hitting roadblocks in the lab. Let's take a moment to look at how this is playing out in the real world. Several pharmaceutical companies are already using AI to accelerate their drug discovery pipelines. For example, Atomwise, an AI-driven drug discovery company, has used machine learning models to analyze billions of molecules in search of effective treatments for diseases like Ebola and multiple sclerosis. Similarly, Accenture, a company focused on AI in drug discovery, recently developed an AI-designed drug that entered clinical trials faster than traditional drug development methods. These companies have demonstrated that AI is not just a theoretical tool but a practical, game-changing resource for accelerating the early-stage drug discovery process. By streamlining candidate screening, AI allows companies to test more ideas and develop drugs more quickly, getting treatment to patients faster. Looking ahead, we can expect AI to become even more integrated into the drug discovery process. The combination of AI with other technology like robotics, high throughput screening, and cloud computing will create fully automated pipeline that can design, test, and optimize drug candidates more efficiently than ever. In the future, AI might even be able to predict how a drug will behave in real world clinical settings, including its side effect and long-term efficacy, long before it ever reaches human trials. This would represent a revolutionary shift in how we approach drug development, making the process more precise, personalized, and predictable. In conclusion, AI is transforming the early stage drug discovery process by making it faster, cheaper, and more efficient. Through rapid screening, molecular optimization, and predictive modeling, AI is helping researchers identify the most promising drug candidates earlier in the process and improving their chance of success. As AI continues to evolve, it is clear that we are on the cusp of a new era in drug discovery, one where we can bring life-saving treatments to patients more quickly and with greater precision. Thank you for joining me in this lecture next section.